Um, where do I start? I know it's been a long time. I always say that. It's been a while since I put a video up. Um, that wasn't like an unboxing video. I just did a BAM Gamer unboxing, which I recorded from my phone, which was a fiasco. I won't ever do that again. But I really wanted to get on and do a quick video about something that I'm going to try. So, all right, this past year's been a shitty year for sure. Um, and the 4 years under Trump has been even worse. Well, it culminated in this past year, shall we say. So we're through it. We're in 2021. It doesn't mean we're done. There's a shit ton of work still to do. There's a lot of things we need to do. But one of the things that I thought I would do is it's a new administration. It's under a president who says he really wants to be progressive in his ideas and in his ideology, and so I'm hopeful. I'm crossing my fingers. I'll see where we go with that. But one of the things I really wanted to do is, for the first time in my life, I think, I wrote a letter to President Biden. I'm going to send it off today. I don't know what will happen. I don't know if he'll read it. I don't know if he'll even get it. But I thought, for the sake of whatever, I'll read it here. Okay, so, Dear President Biden, I watched with a heart full of emotion today as you took your oath of office. I cried openly as I retook the Pledge of Allegiance for the first time in 4 years. I held my head proudly and cheered openly even though I stood alone in my apartment because of the COVID-19 virus that has separated so many of us. As I watched Kamala Harris become the first Latin Asian American woman elected vice president, I am proud once again today to say that I am an American citizen. I look forward to the work that you will engage in over the next 4 and, God willing, 8 years, that you will serve this country. I would like to speak with you about an issue extremely personal to me that I would like your administration to address. This issue is vital to my personal health and well-being, and the health and well-being of literally millions of other people like me. I am a trans woman. I have always known that I was different. Initially, I believed that something was wrong with me. I have felt deeply the pangs of despair, confusion, loss, and frustration over the 50-plus years that I have been alive. There have been many times that I have wished for death. Many times when I have taken all the steps necessary to take my own life except the final step. I have persevered. I have held on and held back to life and the desire to be done with it. I need you to understand the importance of what I am about to request. Trans people are in danger. Every day, trans men and women face the threat of death at the hands of those who see us as aberrations, sick and perverted, sinful and devious. 350 trans people were killed worldwide, with 37 in the U.S. alone in 2020. Every November, except for this one, I attend my local TDOR, Transgender Day of Remembrance, and watch as even more candles are lit than the year previous. These deaths are largely underreported because of the general misclassification by media and medical professionals and the law enforcement officers that investigate the deaths. But even these deaths are only a fraction of the means by which we lose trans people every year. Trans men and women, both young and old, suffer from an elevated ratio of suicide. 50% of trans people take their own lives. 50%. I'm tired of losing my friends, family, and loved ones because they are different and because the world refuses to accept them. We are making progress. We are getting better, but we still have a long way to go. One of the most important issues facing trans people today is healthcare. I know that doctors and insurances, some of them, are busy trying to their best to ensure that trans people are taken care of both physically and mentally. But more needs to be done, and sooner rather than later. Right now, some insurances are starting to cover the most basic of needs to trans people. Gender confirmation surgery is within the grasp of some trans people who are lucky enough to have an employer that carries trans-inclusive insurance, or who are lucky enough to afford insurance through the marketplace and who can find the right insurance there. But it is still too difficult for too many. And gender confirmation surgery is just one of the many surgeries that are needed for so many trans people like me to finally feel at peace with their bodies. There are many studies from numerous World Health professionals that talk about gender confirmation surgery being essential to the mental health and physical well-being of trans people. In addition to gender confirmation surgery, these same health professionals state that facial feminization surgery is just as, and in many cases even more, important for trans health and happiness. Currently, even though there are numerous published papers from the medical community and the DSM is in the process of being rewritten to include it, facial feminization surgery is considered cosmetic and therefore not essential. I would be honored if you would allow me the time to sit down with you and discuss why this needs to be changed. I know that COVID makes that quite impossible currently, but I would hope that someday I could meet with you in person. I think that speaking with you in person would assist in making the point more meaningful and, well, personal. I am 54 years old and I would like to start living my life to the fullest. Every day that goes by and I must look in the mirror and try to ignore what I see. I feel my happiness drain away and I struggle to face another day. Please, if you could find the time, I would like to discuss the actions that your administration could take. Thank you, President Biden, for rising to the challenge of leading this country and its many people. I look forward to a brighter tomorrow, and I hope that you will consider my request. So there's that. I'm going to send that off today in the mail. We'll see. In the mail, of course. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you informed if anything does happen. I hope to make more videos more regularly. I know I keep promising, but someday it'll happen. I just had to get through this past year, as I'm sure many of you did too. So there is another unboxing that will be coming up here pretty soon, because I know my BAM Horror is sitting over probably in the office. I need to go pick it up, so there'll be that coming up. And then I'll be putting together the Snapmaker 2.0 finally. So I'm going to do a time-lapse video of that. There will also be some videos going up on the channel that are from my many design projects that I've had theater-wise, my directing and my classwork, and a bunch of that stuff will be going up on YouTube. So if you want to find out even more about me from my professional side, please feel free. Anyway, subscribe if you want. Like, ding the little bell, I guess, is something that people do these days. Share if you want to. Comment if you want to. I do get to the comments sometimes. But anyway,